the end of 2025 and it's time to show my state of collection. Let's start. 2025 has been a roller coaster for most of us and to this channel as well. I owe you an apology because of some recent events which has happened to the channel in the past few months. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So let's start with the first watch. This was the first ProTrek I purchased in 2025. So this watch was very different, out of the box thinking from Casio ProTrek, and many people didn't like this watch because it didn't have the basic features of a ProTrek, but the price tag was okay. I liked the bezel, which was something very unique when it comes to a ProTrek, and the design was standing out. It has a really great lume as well, and it was a perfect outdoor watch with solar capability and world time and all those things. It's a really great watch and it's out of stock anywhere you find in the internet. So many people have been asking me where to buy this watch, but the answer is at the moment it is not available anywhere. This was a classic ProTrek and a minimalist ProTrek, you could say. This watch had everything you need, from barometer, altimeter, compass, to a very great design choice which resembles the American Army, if I'm not wrong. It also has a rotating compass bezel, which I found out only later after I made the video. I used to own a ProTrek, and after that ProTrek was not usable and non-serviceable, I went for this one because it resembled me, the older ProTrek, and it also has a really good backlight as well. A really great watch for the price. You get discounts on this watch often, so if you could grab one of these, they are a steal. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Nishant and I do videos related to watches and watches only. 2026 is going to be a very different year when it comes to this channel as well as to the subscribers, as we have a few surprises waiting for you. So this ProTrek is very different compared to all the other ProTreks I own, but the DNA is the same. It's much more slimmer and it's much more easier to wear compared to the other ProTreks. It's lighter as well. It has all the standard features, the great backlight as I told you before, and also a very light ProTrek in a very attractive colorway. And this was also in a very huge 30% off sale, so I had to grab one. And you have a new model which was supposed to release in India, but it didn't yet. It has a luminescent dial once you take the watch outside in sunlight, but hopefully if it does, I might have to swap this one for that. Before we get to the G-Shocks, I have one very different or awkward or unique watch, whatever you say. So this is the Swatch Skubacqua. When I went to Thailand, I actually got this watch. It looked very different compared to all the other watches Swatch had made, and I feel like the build quality was much better than the Moon Swatch, and it had an open case back as well, and it's a transparent skeletal design. It's not the cheapest, but still it's a little expensive compared to traditional watches which offer that value for money. This is one of those funky watches which you can just play around with, but they might not cut the chase for many people because it's too much to handle. When you see it under UV light, the whole watch will illuminate, but it doesn't happen under normal sunlight, so that's a disappointing thing. But you still have all the features of a dive watch, but not a screw down crown. So this is not a dive watch nor a casual watch, so it's something in between. It's a good watch if you have the guts to wear one. The DW6900. This watch is actually an underdog. You have a lot of variants in the DW6900, and this variant was something close to the classic, where you have the red rim around the bezel and all the classic designs, which is a very neutral watch which you can wear for any occasion. I was specifically drawn to this watch because of the OG design. It came out with the DW5600, which is produced in Japan, but no one actually considered this as a great G-Shock, but it was one of the best. And even the video which I made didn't reach many people because people don't appreciate great watches. They only hype other useless watches. So that's what is my view. It might be different for many people, but anyways, it's a great watch if you can find one of these on discount. It's great value for money. This was another G-Shock which I purchased, and it is a limited edition which was 2 years old, but luckily Ganguly Watches and Eyewear was able to source this for me, and it was a very sudden call when I saw the watch because it had a great design which no other G-Shock had at that time. It was a collaboration between Facetasm, a popular Japanese clothing company, and Casio. It had this handwritten texture to it, as well as the casing was something different, and it has a translucent feel to it. The display is quite poor, which you cannot see properly under many lighting conditions, and it's a really great watch. And thanks again to Ganguly Watches and Eyewear $1 for sourcing this, and they even sourced me its original packaging, which was phenomenal. And I also made a short about that. I'll just link it above so that you can watch it. It's a great watch. It's a basic G-Shock, but something unique which nobody knows about. I'm keeping the last two watches aside as of now because one is the greatest and one is something which I regret. Now we come to the Citizen. This Citizen Eco Drive Genshin is one of the best purchases of 2025. It has a full titanium body, an Eco Drive movement, which is solar powered quartz, and a chronograph function as well as a date function. This is the complete package if you're looking for a great watch under 60k. It's quite expensive and I know that, but compared to other watches in the market, this is a really great watch. Some people say it looks even like an AP, but for me it looks like a Citizen because Genshin is something very different. And the salmon dial of this watch is actually a really great option if you're going to choose one. Probably this watch might be in sale, but I'm not 100% sure. So please do check out any of the Citizen dealers so you can grab this watch in a really good discount. People say don't pay too much money on watch, but this is not too much money, it's budget luxury. Before I go to the last Casio, this was one of those Casios which I loved to buy at the first place but then regretted it later. It's a fully carbon watch under 40k, which you never get in the market. A very niche market for this watch, but due to the NH35 Seiko movement, which many people tell me in the comments that it's a good movement, but still, why don't Casio actually modify existing movement using their name or make a new movement? But I'm not sure if this watch was a hit in the market. You may never see automatic Casio in the future, probably. I'm not 100% sure, but according to the reception, this was not a huge hit. It was staying in shelves for quite a long time because of its price. If Casio can lower its price and give better anti-reflective glass and lume to this lineup, it would be a really great watch. Under 20k or under 30k at least, because you offer a lot of great watches, but this one was a miss. I do wear it occasionally, but still I feel like I was misguided when it comes to Casio for the first time. Introducing the GWG B1000. This is a celebrity favorite G-Shock as well, and it is one of the best G-Shocks you can ever own. It's the most expensive I've owned so far. This watch has everything you need, the basic protect functions and the toughness of a G-Shock. So it has the features which you need from the altimeter, compass, barometer, the best build quality from Casio, and it's made in Japan. It has multiband 6 and the list goes on. The strap is so thick that you feel like you're wearing a tire on your hand, but you just feel it, you don't smell it. And the build quality has little carbon which makes the watch little lighter, but it's not the lightest, it's quite a heavy watch. And you have rose gold accents over here, and the buttons are hefty with a lot of character to it. And you have a rotatable crown. You have to unscrew the crown to change the world time, which is something really great. And the hands and lume and the light, I keep telling about this watch, so it's that much of a really great watch for me. And this specific color variant was really difficult to find in the Indian market, and I hope so it's still the same case. You can get it in full price, but it took me 6 months to actually make a purchase in this watch because all the other variants had a 30% off. But when I saw this watch nearly 3 months earlier than the 6 months period I'm talking about, it was under sale for 20 or 30% if I'm not wrong. I didn't want to pull the trigger at that time because it was quite an expensive watch. But after 6 months, this watch was sold out everywhere. You get 30% off on the black variant as well as the green variant, but this one only 10% off. I had to pull the trigger because I didn't want to lose this watch. And the other thing is, this will be the last Casio which I will ever buy. So many people were ridiculing me saying that you cannot say this is your last Casio, but you tend to keep buying good Casios because they are great. And some of them were true, because when I saw the Back to the Future calculator watch from Casio, I wanted to get my hands on it, but unluckily I was not able to get it, and it was sold out in many stores. Hopefully in the future I might get one. What do you think about my watch collection? And please do comment below which one is your favorite and what is your watch collection of 2025. I'm really sorry for being inconsistent for the past few months, as I had a lot of issues to be solved and they're getting solved one by one. And 2026 will be really different when it comes to watch reviews as well as the channel and such. The first video of 2026 will release on Feb, and things will be different when compared to what we're seeing right now in this channel. I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2026. Until then, peace out.